Hey there, today I'm going to be talking about my luxury wish list for 2025. It does not include getting another pug, although probably should at this point because it's pretty much what I think about. But we're going to talk about luxury accessories, luxury home goods, and handbags. What is on my radar for 2025? So if you want to know about what I'm thinking about, stick around. Okay, if you're new to my channel, my name is Nancy, which you'd probably get from the channel title, but I love all things luxury. My channel is about treating yourself to a little bit of luxury, whether that be your cup of coffee, your favorite fragrances, skincare, handbags, all sorts of lovely things, including your fabulous felines, canines, what have you. I have two pugs that love to join me for my videos, so they'll pop in and out right here. We are going to talk about my luxury wish list for 2025. I have not done a wish list in at least a year, and I chose not to do one last year because I found that at least the last couple that I had made, I had not purchased anything off of my wish list. So I kind of felt like they were hindering my process, or maybe they were helping me decide those were not the best options. So this year, I started this process mid to late part of last year, thinking about what I might want to do for this next year and kind of the shift in where I wanted to go with my collection and things I purchased. And a couple of the things that I thought about were I have a lot of very high-end fragrances, so I really need to walk that back, kind of stop, be very mindful about making any more purchases. Have I done anything like that? No, I've been buying stuff left and right, but nothing on this list will be fragrance related. And as far as handbags go, I've been really making an effort to go through and every week use a bag and kind of figure out what's been working and not working for me, and just being very driven towards figuring out what bags work and don't work for me, and making sure I do not add anything to my collection that doesn't work for my lifestyle. So some of the things that are on this list that are on my, ultimate wish list, dream bags, or just things I plan to get, have to do with things that I either am missing from my collection or are just something I really want to have at some point. So anyway, we're going to go through different sections, kind of decide where I want to focus, and whatever ends up being, purchased, that's great. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But nothing on this is, none of this is essential life, let's be honest. Is any of this like, oh my God, the world's gonna end if I don't have it? No, this is all fun stuff, but there are a few things on there that I definitely want to make a point to get no matter what. And if it means I'm getting it for Christmas, my birthday, holidays, what have you, they're just things that I want to make an effort to add. So let me grab my notes. So I'm going to do this in accessories, home, and bags, and just kind of go in order of those items and just talk about the few that I've thought of. And there are other things that I'm still thinking of, but these are the ones that have really been on my mind continuously for at least 6 months, some longer than that, but for at least 6 months, and just really want to be intentional about buying them. So we're going to start off with accessories, and that's going to be at Cartier. So in October, I was able to visit the Cartier boutique in Chicago, and I picked up the Cartier Trinity bracelet, the cord bracelet, and really like that. Had a great experience there, really enjoyed that sales associate that I worked with there. So I think I want to add some other pieces from that collection, and I'm looking at the small model of the ring. There's various sizes, and like there's just the 3 bands, there's one with like 6 bands, there's the ceramic versions, there's several different iterations of it. So I'm looking at the small 3 band version of the ring, and then the earrings. And I'm having a hard time deciding between just getting the kind of drop style ones, or I think they had ones in like a hoop style. So I'm still trying to figure out which of the earrings I definitely want to add, but I'm pretty sure it's earrings. They also have a necklace that I find relatively appealing as well, but I'm not sure I need it. I have a lot of necklaces, so I think I have other things that are gonna work with those items, so I don't need to add it, but I wouldn't mind having it. It's not a priority. So the ring and the earrings are more of a priority. The next item is from Chanel, and this one I think has been around for a while, but what brought it to my mind is I got an email from Chanel, I think it was around Christmas, and maybe I think I got it again during the Valentine's Day session here. It's the Coco Crush ring in the quilted motif mini version, 18 karat beige gold. And I don't know why I find this really appealing. I think the quilting, it reminds me kind of like X's and O's, like hearts, hugs and kisses, and the beige gold it's just a really pretty like champagne gold. I'm not usually a gold wearer. Most gold is just a little too yellow, and I'll still wear it, but I don't wear it as often. But this one, just because it's so just soft toned, just was really appealing. And I think it was $16.50 for the small version. They have the thicker band, and they have ones with diamonds and the like, but I don't know, something about the thin band just looked just really nice, and I just thought it would be a really pretty addition to my wardrobe. So it's not like I have to have both this one and the Trinity ring, but either one would be a great addition. But I'm thinking it would be a really lovely, I could stack it with a wedding set, wear it on the right hand. It seems like a versatile piece, so I could use it in a number of different ways. So I really like that one. And then as far as accessories go, I added some Calibri flats over Christmas, and I really, really like them. I now know my size, so I'm able to pick more up if I want to. And they're just really comfortable. I was really surprised at how much I like them. I can't really wear heels anymore just because I have a messed up ankle, and it's just not conducive to my lifestyle. So they don't make a whole lot of them anymore in the style that I had picked up. They have this they call it Calibri Light, which doesn't have the really thick padding on the back. I'm tempted to try those, but I like the thicker old style version, and that seems to only be available now on the heel. So I'm slightly tempted to try the 50, I think, centimeter heel and see if I can still manage in that and toddle around, but I have a feeling I can't. So we'll see which one will work out. But so the Calibri flats that have the open back, and then they also have Calibri flats that are like solid ballet flats, so one pair of those. So those are the accessories that I'm into right now. So now we're going to move into homeware, and some might think that because of my Hermes experience in Chicago, I was kind of, not going to move forward with Hermes. Just because I had a bad experience there didn't necessarily waver my love of products and the brand itself. It just doesn't make me want to shop at that location again. And I'm thinking about possibly traveling up to Seattle and taking a try at that boutique, or going to Vegas and seeing about that location, just because there's other brands there as well that could make sense. So I've been looking at this for a long, long time. Ever since Jerisa Couture, she has the little mugs, the H Deco mugs, and I think she breaks them all the time. which cracks me up. But I really like that pattern, and I just think it's a really pretty classic. I love black and white, so it's just something that I've always been drawn to, and I love the entire just lineup of that stoneware set. So I definitely want the coffee cups, but she just unboxed, I believe, the breakfast cup and saucer, and that's kind of appealing. So I may go that route, but I definitely think, just my husband and I, that, you know, we don't have kids. I want to replace our everyday dinnerware set, and I kind of want to get the plates and everything, just like a 4-piece place setting of it. I just think it would be nice. I like the soup plate. I love the dessert plate. I don't know if we need the entire set. I kind of want to mix and match it and just get some really nice plain either black or white plates, and then utilize these as accent pieces. So it's just kind of I've been thinking about it for a while, so I'm thinking about that. So those are the two things from Hermes. And then I want to go to Tiffany and pick up those ceramic paper cups that they've had. I've wanted these for quite some time. They have these lovely Tiffany blue ones. They have them in the tall size, which are exactly the size I need. But now they have a 12 version, this 12 print that just looks really pretty. And then I found just the other day, scrolling on, this one color pattern called Infinity Morganite, and it's like this gradient from pink to purple, and I'm like, ooh, that's just so pro. I wish you could see Dolly. She goes, what? I literally squealed. I'm like, oh, that it just looks so cute. So I'm kind of torn. I definitely want those pink and purple ones, but you know, with the Tiffany ones, you kind of want the classic colors. So, you know, I might need to get all of them, but I've got so many Starbucks cups and so many to-go cups. It seems a little frivolous, but you know, I'm kind of frivolous, so whatever. It's a wish list, you know. Okay, so we're up to bags. There's a lot on here. Well, not a lot. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 7 on here. I'll try to keep it short. So I kind of want to stay with pre-loved. There's nothing new release that's caught my eye with really any of the brands out there. So I've kind of decided that this year I want to focus on finding some classic pieces. Some people might think they're not classic, but I do. I find that these are ones that still come up regularly. If the brand isn't still making it and selling the style, people are still purchasing them on the resale market, or they come up regularly on the resale market, that they haven't died down. The popularity hasn't died down enough. So with Celine, I was always a fan of the Luggage tote and the Trapeze. So not necessarily the Phantom, like really wide version of them, although I wouldn't say no to either of them. But I'm thinking the Trapeze one, and probably a suede and leather style, maybe a tricolor. I get torn with the tricolor. I like the idea of having all the different colors and being able to work it into my wardrobe, but I usually always buy like a brown bag, a black bag, a navy bag. You know, I always buy a solid color. So when it has the mixed material, I tend to go with a solid color, but I do kind of like the idea of having like a brown, white, and black one. So anyway, yeah, the Trapeze has been on my mind for a little while now, so we'll see. And they're usually pretty reasonable, so definitely sub $800 I can usually find them for online, and still in pretty decent condition. The odd thing is they're almost always missing like their strap. It's like the dust bag conspiracy. The strap's just go missing. So finding one in the right condition with all of its pieces, that's going to be the hard thing. And the luggage bag. This one always, I just had this little special place in my heart. I love the little face on it. It just, like a little robot. It's just a really cute bag, and I've wanted one for a long time, but finding the right size has always been kind of my sticking point. Like, I've always been a big bag kind of person, and I've trying to navigate to smaller bags. But right now I'm kind of in that limbo period where I like the smaller bag for every day, but I also need a big bag for work. So trying to figure out if I buy a smaller one for the everyday or do I get a bigger one for work. And that kind of goes into what, when I move into LV, what the purpose of the LV ones are. So Louis Vuitton, the one highest on my list with Louis Vuitton, and you think it's crazy to want one of these. I used to have a Damier Azur Everfull, and I sold it. I don't know why. I had it. It was an MM. I had it in the beige interior. I picked it up. I sold it, and I picked up my Damier Ben with the red interior and the GM. I know why I sold it, but I also don't, like, I do and I don't. I sold it because I wanted the rose ballerina interior, and I actually wanted the rose ballerina interior in the Damier Ben, but they don't make that with the GM. So I kind of kick myself constantly that I sold that one, but at the same time, it wasn't in the combination that I wanted. So I'm okay with selling it, but I miss it. I miss having it. I miss having that option. I wear the Damier Ben one probably 2 to 3 times a month for work. It's my work bag, but I'd like to have the Azure one for the summer months and other times of the year when I just want something different than just that one bag. So it's like I'd like to cycle out of the GM a Ben one and have a different one for work to be able to cycle into. So that one's probably the highest one on my list from LV. So they're not that easy to find though, and the right, like, they're usually like either the interior is completely just or the exterior has yellowed and stained so badly, the vachetta is messed up. They're really hard to find in good condition, and I don't want to spend brand new prices on it. So I'm really torn because I really want one, but at the same time, I have a hard time paying the prices that they are now brand new. So it's gonna be a journey to find one in the best condition. But that's like my ultimate, like, looking for bag right now. As far as kind of hobby or wanting to find, I want to start looking for some vintage Speedies, maybe in the Japanese market or just on eBay in general. So I want to get a Speedy 40 and maybe a bandolier in monogram, possibly in a Ben one as well. So just a couple of different Speedy sizes. Don't really care about the condition because I'll wrap the handles, but I just want to have a few of those in my collection. I have, Azure one. I have a Mini Lin one. I thought I had a monogram one, but it's nowhere to be found. I'm like, did I give it to my niece? What did I do with it? So it's just gone missing, but I swear I bought one like 10 years ago, but yeah, I definitely want to get a couple of vintage Speedies. Last thing, and this is not really have to have, but I've been eyeing the Capucines bag for quite some time. It's kind of like most top handle bags really do. I've like a place in my heart for them. The peekaboo style, this Farrah. I just kind of like that style of bag, and the Capucine, it's just a really pretty bag. I think because it doesn't hold its value, I would never contemplate getting one brand new, but the pre-loved market has a ton of them and they're usually at pretty good prices. I really like the MM size. I just like the size of it and just the look of it. And they're usually a little bit more slouchy. They're not as structured. It's just a nice leather. I just have been really eyeing those. So gonna keep kind of watching a few of those. And that's pretty much like the definitely on the radar and things I'm going to actively pursue. And of course, there's the everlasting list, the list that never dies. So there's always those bags, I'm looking at the I'm watching you bags. And those are, of course, Hermes bags. So I've got the Hermes Kelly 35 and a Birkin 40. And those would have to be in a purple. So raisin, anemone. I can never say it. Blingy, help me out. Anemone, raisin anemone, iris. There's one more that I'm completely blanking on. I want to say Rouge Cellier. There's 4 purple tones, all dark purples, and then there's the one bright purple. Might do a blue, but for the most part, I want the blue or purple. Of course, black would be ideal in the perfect world. Grays, brown maybe, but for the most part, I really like a purple. More of a blue tone purple than a red tone purple. So I have a ton of them on like my wish list and my likes on all the different resale sites. And just trying to consider which one makes the most sense. The idea is, so I'd love to get one in great condition, obviously full set, the whole thing. But I'm kind of tempted to get one that's really like in not so great condition, kind of messed up, not, completely torn up, but to the point where it would be okay to use it, but I want to send it into spa relatively quickly because I want to get a longer strap. So I know the Kelly on the Kelly, the strap is not long enough for my body type. So I know you can have a longer one ordered for that one. So I thought if I got one that wasn't quite perfect, I would send it to go get spa'd and order the longer strap, and then I would have the perfect bag at that point. One that's in great condition, been spa'd, and have a long strap. So that is like my everlasting list goal thing. Of course, a Birkin, would be great, but I'm leaning more towards the Kelly because of that potential to get the longer strap. And so far, the crossbody strap is definitely tempting me more. All right, so those. My long-winded, those are my wish list items. I was going to film this back in early December. And at that time, there was one more bag on my list. And you might know what it is. It was a Ralph Lauren bag. Not the bag that most people are getting or have gotten and have talked about. But you see it in my intro. And the lovely Birkin Boy helped me acquire that bag. So again, it was going to be on this list, but I have it now. I just haven't revealed it yet. So our next video is going to be revealing that wish list item. So I have already crossed off technically a 2025 item, although I got it late December, I believe it's when it finally arrived. I purchased it mid-December, but it arrived like late December. So I've had it for a while. I have not carried it out of the house. I have it right over there. I keep it in the corner where you guys can't see it. Because I can see it from my desk over there for work. I can watch it and see it and just be like, I have this bag. I'm so happy I got this bag. I'm so excited to have it. And I think that maybe is why I haven't needed to buy any bags recently or have had just haven't fallen off the wagon or anything, or even had a rush to make the official wish list because I've already crossed such a big thing off of the list. So it's just a great thing to accomplish. So in advance, thank you, Birkin Boy. I want to do something that really tells people about how great I find that bag. There's a little bit of story about it, and then unfortunately some updates on it too. So the bag is great, but I want to talk about the whole information about it. So you'll hear about that in the next video. I will talk to you next time. Tell me down below what you're hoping to get in 2025, and I will see you later. Take care.